Is this constitution a suggestion to the political class, but a reality to the millions of Kenyans? And if that's the difference we have, does it mean our political class is the problem as to why we see the issues we see today?
But who is the political class? The political class are a creation, like I said earlier on, of the Kenyan people. The Kenyan people are the ones who go out there and vote for these people. So I want us to always remain alive to the fact that politicians don't elect themselves. There could be cases whereby people talk about elections that are not free and fair, but at the end of the day, this political class has come into office by virtue of Kenya putting them there or electing them. But I agree with your point, and we've seen the tragedy in this country and most African countries is that once you've been given that office, then you take it like you've been given a title deed to the land that is called Kenya, or the land that's called Uganda, or the land that's called Tanzania, and you do as you wish. And then you weaponize the institutions, especially the security apparatus that are supposed to be the ones that are protecting the citizens. You align them to yourself, and in human rights you talk about the security apparatus then start serving the regime. So it becomes regime policing as opposed to democratic policing. And that is actually even borne out by the research that I mentioned earlier, because when it comes to the way the police and the state responds to the economic, political, and environmental freedoms, we see they are very keen on the political freedoms. So when people come actually out of their 1,000 protests, the biggest number of that were broken was really when people came out to express political freedoms. And the police came out with tear gas, they came out, that's the first thing that they used, and live bullets and all that. So again, we have a political class that once they get into office, shed all pretense of any service to the Kenyan people, and they start telling us things like, listen, I know what is good for you, and just give me time, and all the other stuff. But I think even as the political leaders want Kenyans to believe that they're leading them to development, like I said earlier on, I think in this country, most of our political leaders, constitutionally speaking, are really underdeveloped. They can't live up to the ethos of Chapter 6. And to your question again, we've had these leaders confess in the past that in these demonstrations, they're the ones who actually engineered the violence. They set vehicles ablaze, so that becomes a pretext for them to crack down on people. We've seen these leaders outsource their responsibility of policing when they walk alongside people armed with batons and all the other stuff. So they instrumentalize violence because they want to remain in political office and political power. So yes, when it comes to matters of development, we may be having skyscrapers, highways and all this, but we need our leaders to also move a step further from the current level of underdevelopment, constitutionally speaking, so that they catch up with the skyscrapers.